this is Jennifer from iCadenza, and I'm here with Grammy Award-winning concert pianist Yefim Bronfman after he just performed Brahms' Second Piano Concerto with the Israel Philharmonic at the Haifa Auditorium. So I have a few questions. First, how did it go? How do you feel about the Brahms Second Piano Concerto in general?
I love the piece. It's one of the most important piano concertos that pianists have. It's also one of the most difficult piano concertos. So it's a masterpiece, and it's a long piece. I don't know, did you time it today?
Well, in the program it says 45 minutes, and that's quite long.
It probably took about 45 minutes at least. And it's in 4 movements. You know, usually concertos are 3 movements, and very rarely they go beyond 3 movements. So this is our longest concerto, I think. And it's very hard. You know, there's some passages in this concerto that is practically unplayable, and you don't have to practice all the time to be able to play. At least I have to. But nevertheless, it's a joy. Nevertheless, it's a joy to play it. It's great piece, and it's a great honor to be playing with Israel Philharmonic at the end of the season, to kind of end the season. You know, they let me do it. It's just a great honor with an orchestra that I've known for 35 years since I was a kid. Zubin Mehta I've known for that long. You know, basically grew up with that organization, and I've come regularly here. Nothing changed. But the music making is outstanding, and it's just a bunch of fabulous musicians, great conductor. It's fun, it's great to do it.
Now, having spent a part of your youth and a lot of time in Israel, what can you say about the musical scene here? I know the orchestra is a very big part of that.
Well, I think the Israel Philharmonic is a sort of focal point of musical, how do you say, musical elements in this country. This is definitely the international organization that has great success always abroad. They tour abroad, and they're sort of an ambassador of this country. And there are other organizations here, you know, as you know, it's a very musical country. There's a lot of musicians. Also, influx of the Russian immigrants has brought in a lot of great musicians. You know, I mean, even Israel Philharmonic, they probably have 40 or maybe even more members of just Russian immigration. My sister-in-law, you know, and her husband was a member. He just retired recently, also from Russia. So it's Russian immigration has changed the sound of the orchestra because it's a different kind of school. And so, you know, they've changed the sound of the orchestra, and I think that this is a country where you have so many different schools. You know, unlike any other country, I think that if you're in Austria, you have one school basically more or less. But here, you know, American school, you have European school, you have Israeli school, you have Russian school, you have, you know, whatever. And it is, it's quite exciting, I think. And, you know, a lot of wonderful musicians here, and they really, you know, it's just a great pride of Israel.
Absolutely. So I know you tour all the time internationally, and you'll be doing a lot more of that. Are there any venues or musicians or orchestras that you like to work with in particular?
You know, I work with a lot of great orchestras, you know, in Europe, in America, in Asia, in Australia. My career is very international, and you know, it's a difficult job, but I think it's very satisfying, you know, to be able to play this great music in different countries, different orchestras, different sound, and you know, it's the world of music is just a world of different sound and color, and it's sort of is what I do, and it's sort of what I enjoy doing.
So about music, as a musician, I was wondering if there are any other works from other artistic genres, literature, painting, that inspire you artistically or personally?
All of the above. You know, I think that, you know, the arts are interrelated somehow listen to the third movement of this movement, I mean, it's like poetry, like reading German poetry. You know, it's beautiful, and one has to kind of know that poetry in order to be able to play it in a right way. I mean, I'm not sure I'm playing it the right way, but at least I think about the songs of Brahms that he, you know, on various poetry that, you know, I remember the words for the poetry that he used, and, you know, I think somehow I try to put that poetry into that music, and then it makes a lot of sense, you know. You know, of course, there is immense reflection of life in music. You know, without it, music is dead. Kind of. I think it's all interconnected.